Welcome to another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. I do hope you tried my balls last weekend. I have some more for you today. Today, what we're going to be making is so delightfully easy. I'm going to make two things because they're just embarrassingly stupid easy. But hey, that's what we need during the holidays, right? Who needs a bunch of complicated stuff? Let's just make something easy. Today, we're going to make a southern delight called Buckeyes, or peanut butter balls. And we're going to be making Haystacks, one of my favorite things. So easy, nothing to cook, just a little melting and a little stirring and we're done. Join me. What we're going to do today for the Buckeyes is so ridiculously easy. I have 3 tablespoons of softened butter, room temperature, not melted. We're going to put that in there just like that. We're going to get half a cup of peanut butter. Use whatever peanut butter you like. If it's just a little more, who cares? I don't care. I'm not telling. So peanut buttery. Delightful. I always love these. They're so easy and quick, and you can make them ahead. And things that you can make ahead are the best things that you can do during the holidays. To this, we're going to add a cup of powdered sugar. Make sure you sift it. You should know this by now, after spending time in my kitchen. Always sift. I don't know what came over me. I feel festive. Festive. Yes. Oh, Frederick, you can sit on top of the powdered sugar and hold it down because we're not done with it today. I don't think, yes we are done with it. So now we're just going to give this a stir. Make sure it's well incorporated. You want it to be a nice, mushy mess. It's going to take time for this butter to break up. Even though the butter was soft, it's forming little, see how it forms little chunks right there? We're going to get that all mixed in. It'll start breaking up into little pieces. And then it'll come together. And there you have it. The insides of your Buckeyes are done. Buckeyes. If you've never had these, they taste like Reese's Cups. Now, we're going to take these and we're going to form these into little balls. Let's see how big if we use I don't have a melon mauler, so if we use a teaspoon, that should give us the right size. You're just going to roll it around in your hand and you're going to set them on wax paper. You can make them bigger or smaller. Now that you have a beautiful pan full of balls, we're going to let them sit out and kind of dry a little bit while we melt our chocolate for dipping. Now, you can put these in the refrigerator and help them set up some and become hard, but the problem is you don't want them to be cold when you dip them in the chocolate. A lot of people end up with cracked balls, whether it be cake pops or whatever, because they take a cold center and dip it into the hot chocolate. That forms it to crack. It's science, my dear. And we love science. So anyway, we're going to set these aside and we're going to let these kind of dry out. They smell so delicious. So I'm going to get my chocolate almond bark. I got this from Aldi. It's Baker's Corner. It tastes very good. No, I'm not sponsored. You can use melting chocolate. Witch can't afford that. That's only for rich witches. I use almond bark. It tastes just as good. It melts delightfully. You don't have to do a double boiler. Just put the shit on the stove. So that's what we're gonna do. I guess I'll put it right here. I don't have a lot of balls. I'm probably only going to use about 4 squares of chocolate. Another reason, no, I'm not sponsored, but another reason I love the Baker's Corner from Aldi is because they come in these little pockets instead of the brick that you have to try to, if you only need, when you have the bricks, if you only need a couple squares, 2 or 3 squares, you have to try to break that off. These come in little pockets, so you just pop them out. It's so much easier. But we're going to melt these up real quick. We're just going to move this around. It won't take long. I've got mine in between 3 and 4 on my oven. Or stove, what the hell ever. Now that the chocolate is almost done melting, we're just going to take one of our balls and we're going to roll it around. Make sure it's fully covered. And then we're going to take a fork, lift it out, shake off all the excess. We're going to put it on our wax paper to dry. You have to do this kind of fast because you don't want the peanut butter to actually melt. Now, normally when people do actual, what they call Buckeyes, they don't dip the entire thing in chocolate. They'll leave a little bit of peanut butter peeking out. But I like mine totally covered. Normally people use regular forks, but I like this one because it's easier. And it also allows more chocolate to drip off. You get the gist of it, and I'll be back. Now that you have these done, we're going to pop them in the fridge and let them set, and we're going to get working on our haystacks. The next thing we're going to make is stupid easy. They're called haystacks. What we're going to do is we're going to take a whole bag of butterscotch chips. I love the way butterscotch chips smell. We're just going to dump these in a pan and we're going to melt these the same way we did the almond bark. Yes, double boiler, blah, blah, blah. If you keep stirring, it's the same as melting in a microwave. If you have a microwave, you can put them in for 30 seconds, take them out, stir them, and then do them 30 seconds again at a time. But I don't own a microwave. I don't like them. I do things just fine without. These are melting very quickly. This is such a good dessert and everybody loves it. They're so sweet and naughty. Whew, those are melting really fast. You don't want to burn them, keep them stirring. They're almost sticky looking. They're sticky when they melt, but they're good. These are so quick to make. Now, most people make their haystacks with butterscotch chips and chow mein noodles. I do too. Sometimes you'll see people make them with cornflakes. Sometimes people put marshmallows in them and nuts, and that's good, but it's a little too sweet for me. Now, what I do that I have not seen most people do, but my husband likes it this way, I like it this way, and it cuts down on a little bit of the sweet. Once they're almost melted, we're going to add a little bit of peanut butter to this. Butterscotch and peanut butter, you say? Don't knock it. It's incredible. So we're going to melt this peanut butter in with this. This is going to help it stay nice and smooth. And it does take a little bit of course, don't do this if somebody has peanut allergies. But it's going to make it just a little easier to eat them because they are so rich. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. They're almost completely melted. I've only got a couple pieces left that aren't done. We're just going to put in a little bit at a time. I'm not going to tell you 2 cups or whatever. Just, you want to make sure everything's coated. We're just going to stir it. See that? Stirring. Haystacky goodness. Once these are covered, you can add more. I think I typically use about half a bag. You just want to make sure that they bind together well so that when they dry, they'll stick. Look at that goodness right there. So yummy. And I think that's all we're going to add today. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to take our spoon that we used for the peanut butter. And we're just going to do it a bit like this. You can make the clumps as big or as small as you like. We don't have rules here. Once these are done, we're going to pop them into the fridge to set. Oh, naughty Frederick. No, you stay away from Elsa. Stay away from Elsa. You cannot have the peanut butter balls. Look at the haystack in the balls. It kind of looks like eyes with angry eyebrows. I like it. Let's taste one. Oh. Crunchy and butterscotchy and peanut buttery. I like it. Let's try a ball. Don't spend your money on name brand peanut butter chocolate things. These are perfect. Oh my God. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gothic Witch's Kitchen. Now, I know that the things that we made today were very easy and seemed almost too simple for a show. But the reason why I do this is because sometimes during the holidays, we don't have money or time to do the big expensive things. When you show up at a party and you have Haystacks and Buckeyes, people are going to love you. And you've made 2 desserts, so it makes it look like you've spent so much time in the kitchen when actually you haven't. Use that time to work on your spells. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Let me know down below if you have a special treat that you like to make during the holidays, or if you make any variations of the Haystacks or Buckeyes. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. So gooey. God, this is a pain in the ass. Why don't I get this out with a spoon? To this, we're going to add... I left my fucking thing over here. I swear, if it wasn't for all the prep stuff, my videos would be freaking 2 minutes long. I wish I was sponsored, which needs a sponsor. You do not want to put the whole thing of noodles in, and I should have opened these too, son of a bitch. These are Christ monkey, these are good.